You on mute, Cass? Ty, you on mute?
Oh, wow.
It's like your club, bro.
Nah, I can't be.
No, you're not now. You were a minute ago, bro.
Oh, was it? Oh, it does that delay thing. You done it last time as well. Yeah, reload. Yes, people, welcome back to Never a Foul. You know what time it is. You're back. Sunday morning, Rivals Not Viral show, Manchester derby, Chelsea not following up their result against Arsenal. Arsenal getting their hat-trick because Nketiah is in the room. And, you know, Liverpool, for Brighton, Aston Villa, and a lot of big games today. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to go straight into the action. Guys, make sure you are liking this video. Make sure you are subscribing if you're new. Make sure you're letting us know your thoughts ahead of the derby and the rest of the big games as well. And if you've got any big questions you want to ask Don for his loss yesterday, or Kunle for getting 5, or us for the Manchester derby, make sure you get your super chats in, and me and Daps will make sure we answer them as well. Don, again, showing your face, standing up for your club, believing in yourself, coming on with me for Rivals with Kunle, which has been going back and forth.
United!
Okay, yes,
You know that is.
definitely.
He's in the background, isn't he?
I like that. He was definitely in the background there. We need some of that today, I tell you.
Man.
But yeah, Don, man, you know, Kunle smiling. So I think it's only right that me, Daps, and Kunle can hear from you first, because you got that result for 80 minutes. I'm going to put asterisk on it. A result for 80 minutes against Arsenal, and then you flush the game in June. And then, you know, me and Daps, funny enough, right? We done the soccer brunch show, as people can see there, every Saturday. And we were saying, how typical would it be if Chelsea should have beat Arsenal 2-0, they go and draw 2-2, and then they don't go and beat Brentford? Now, I didn't know Brentford had
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
It's long, man.
Brentford have beaten you 2 games in a row at Stamford Bridge. So
bro, Brentford are doing up. Can't pay. We'll take it away, bro. Three games in a row now.
Talk to us. You want to hear what excuses you got, but what went wrong yesterday? Now then.
Bro, I haven't got any excuses in it. For me, first of all, the first thing I said is I'm not feeling the lineup. Yeah, I wasn't feeling the balance at the back. I understood why Poch did it, to add a little bit of height. And in my preview all week, I spoke about it. I said Disasi's probably going to come back. But for me, Gusto should have stayed in the lineup, man. Or even start Reece James. But for me, I would have gone with Gusto. Do you know what I'm saying? But what I did say before the game is that this is enough to beat Brentford. We've got more than enough attackers right now. We've got Cole Palmer played in the 10. So I expect us to be creating some good chances today. Do you know what I'm saying? And same old story time, man. Me and you was texting during the game. Bro, we was on top of it in the first half, playing really well. We were building up from the back really well, creating those patterns up front. And Brentford, they defend well, but we were still beating that low block. Do you know what I'm saying? I know there's this narrative right now that Chelsea can't beat a low block, but we did enough in that first half to be at least 1 or 2 goals up. And that's the difference when you've got finishers in your team. Do you know what I mean? If Liverpool were playing like that against Brentford, they're at least 2 goals up. Man City, they're at least 2-3 goals up. Even Arsenal, they're at least 2-3 goals up. Do you know what I'm saying? So that is the problem that we've got right now. We've got very inconsistent.
Even Arsenal, hear that shade, that even.
No respect. Hey, continue.
Hey, I'm just saying, in it, yeah. Right now, you lot have attackers in it that are guaranteed to get you lot goals. That's the problem with Chelsea right now. So I was annoyed. I even put a tweet out on my Twitter at halftime. I said, listen, we need to fix up because we should be at least 2 goals up. And then in the second half, bro, it was very flat. Do you know what I'm saying? Very, very flat. You know, we run out of ideas. Poch was a little bit proactive. He brought Reece James on, which helped a little bit. But
Too late.
Do you know what I mean? Too late. That should have been done at half time.
Didn't he bring him on when you went 1-0 down?
Yeah, it was 1-0 down. So you should have been a little bit more proactive in it. Do you know what I mean? Because one thing about Jackson, yeah, I like Jackson on the ball. But yesterday, bro, his decision making was poor, man. You know, holding on to it for a little bit.
Did you watch Match of the Day, Don, by the way?
Bro, I didn't, man.
Yeah, analysis they done on Jackson, yeah, was like,
was it bad, yeah?
Man said it yesterday, like it's an isolated game.
That's exactly what I'm gonna.
Incident.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna. That's exactly what I'm gonna talk about, Ty. His movement. See, I haven't even watched Match of the Day, but what I'm gonna say, you've probably heard from Match of the Day as well, yeah. But one thing about Jackson, what I said yesterday, yeah, is that he's always 5 or 6 steps behind the wingers. You know, he never gets himself in that zone where you want your striker to be. Everything he does here before he gets in the box is good. He'll link up well. He'll release the ball here and there. Quite inconsistent sometimes, but he does do that quite well. Then he'll go into the box and he doesn't want to get in that area where the ball's going to land. Do you know what I mean? So the wingers will whip it in, but he's not there. He's nowhere to be seen. Do you know what I'm saying? In and around the box, he's not a fox in the box. That's a big problem we've got with Jackson. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm disappointed, man, because I predicted that we'd win this game. We done enough in that game to win. But again, it's the story of our season. You know, we create these chances, we don't take them. A team like Brentford, low block, they take their chance and then they just park up shot, and then we end up dropping points. That is literally the problem with our team right now. So even going back to the summer, as much as I liked what I was seeing from Jackson, I did say we need to bring in another striker. People were like, no, I want to trust Jackson. I said, no, we need to bring in another striker. Ideally, I would have loved Tony, but I did say he's not available till January. But I wanted us to go out and go buy a proven goal scorer. But again, the market was thin. Do you know what I'm saying? So we just have to hope. We just have to hope that these lot step it up, because, like I've said all season, I had the same question mark as all you lot when it came to finishing. I said the exact same thing. I agreed with you lot. I said I've got a question mark about that as well. But we need to make it easier for these guys by creating better chances. You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for Cole Palmer, bro. He was good. He done his job yesterday.
Do you know what? Yeah, that's what that's what I was going to say, right? In the second half, and the commentators were saying it, when you went 1-0 down, I'm looking at Chelsea going forward, and it's the camera, like, even when you scored, when they scored, the camera went on Cole Palmer. And I'm thinking, did Cole Palmer make a mistake there? Why is the camera going on him? Then I thought, no, because Cole Palmer, in the space of a month, has become Chelsea's go-to. That's who. This game is going to be changed by Cole Palmer, even to a point where in like the last 10 minutes, they're going, can Gallagher do anything? Can Gallagher create anything? And I sat there and thought, do you know what? Where's this billion gone? Yeah. Where has this billion gone? And I don't mean defense. I get it. You've got Lavia, you've got Caicedo, you've got Enzo. But I'm looking at where is all this money gone? Yeah. Because going forwards, there is not like 700 million pounds.
Do you know what the problem is, Daps? Do you know what the problem is? Yeah, they put too much. They were depending on Nkuku too much. That injury messed up their plan, because I think their plan. No, I don't want you to land. No, you're not landing. Because I'm not landing. How much did he spend? How much was Nkunku? Was he 700 million? Oh, I'm not making an excuse. I'm telling you why they didn't go out.
Why did you mention it?
No, because I'm telling you what they did.
I get it.
The amount of times that I've heard.
How much was it?
Hold on, bro. Hold on. I think Nkuku was what? Like 50 million or something.
All right, so 650 million. Where's the rest of that gone?
Bro, like I said, we should have bought a striker. I'm agreeing with you. I'm in agreement with you here. I'm saying they were wrong for depending on Nkuku is what I'm saying, bro. So you're saying you're not gonna let me land. I'm saying they were wrong for depending on it.
But that doesn't, yeah. But even
number one.
Where's the? But take Nkunku out of it, because I do get it. You're missing him, and that's very valid. You are missing him. But if you're spending that much money, and I don't need it. I'm joking when I say a full breakdown of 650 million. But when you're looking at ultimately in the attacking final third, your creativity is coming from 45 million in homegrown. Like, and when you spend that much money, you do want some attacking players that are going to change the game. And I know you bought a lot of potential, but I'm looking at it going,
who did they bring off the bench? Who's that they brought off the bench, bro?
Washington.
David Washington from Washington. The weirdest Brazilian.
And don't get it twisted. Don's going to give us bare stats to why he's got potential to be the best thing since sliced bread. In the Brazilian league, he's done this, that, and whatever. Finally, you put your hands up. Thank you.
What do you mean put my hands up?
First of all, now, my people, it's your dark-skinned man from the motherland. If you didn't know before, today you go understand. And Don, I think on Never a Foul, you don't even need to be invited, Don, on. Just play last week's episode or the week before's episode or the week before episode, because it's the same script every single week. I told them that this was going to happen. We had chances. We played well for a half or 60 minutes or 70 minutes. Brother, football is a 90-minute game as far as I know. So all this performing for one half doesn't qualify anything. I said it last week. I asked him a question on the stream. I said, Don, are you worried for the sheer fact that even against Arsenal, you didn't take any of your chances. You got gifted 2 goals. He said, it's a bit of a worry, but we'll figure it out. You ain't figuring out nothing. Jackson, you're talking about how good his movement was prior to today's stream, and today's stream we're talking about how bad his movement is. Like, what is he good at then? What's he good at then? He can't finish. He's got shit movement. So what is he good at?
Don't remove what I said about his movement. Getting in behind, Jackson's good at doing that. When it comes to getting in the box, that's a different type of movement, bro. He's not a fox in the box. That's one thing about it.
Brother, you need to stop putting your hopes on washed players like Jackson and Noni Madueke or whatever his name is, bro. That fake Nigerian, bro. All these ballers, if I spent £1 billion on footballers, I'm not bringing on a man called Washington in the 10th game of the season, bro. I'm not bringing that guy on. I'm bringing on quality, bro. This is when I tell you everything that's happening to Chelsea, I saw it happen. They're going to pull off good performances from here to there. I said they'll do that. Poch is going to have them playing ball. But when I say they haven't got enough to get into the top 5, it's because they can't finish. If they sign Eddie Nketiah tomorrow, he becomes the best finisher at the club. And they're telling me that they don't have problems. What's going on here, bro? Eddie would be the best finisher at Chelsea, bro.
You know, it's funny you say that. I saved this from early. The first comment I saw when I was going through the show was asked on who he'd prefer up front, Nicholas Jackson or Eddie Nketiah after his hat-trick. Done.
That is, listen, I don't want no Eddie Nketiah at this club, bro.
Who would you prefer, bro, is what they asked you. Who would you prefer?
I'll be real with you, bro.
Daps.
Hey. Right now, bro, if Eddie was in the team right now, of course he would start, innit? He's a better finisher.
Bro, who would you prefer is what they're asking you. Jackson or Nketiah?
Listen, one? I've said it. Eddie's the better finisher. Eddie's the better finisher.
So Eddie's who you prefer?
For finishing, yes. Finishing.
No.
Finishing is yes. Not a better footballer.
Nketiah or Jackson.
He's a better finisher, bro. I gave you that.
11 minutes in.
That's the best you're getting.
That's the best you're getting. He's a better finisher, bro. I want anyone in front of the goal. Jackson or Eddie, I'll probably say Eddie. Yeah, he's a better finisher than Jesus.
Don be Donning, man.
But Don, do you know something else I noticed? Yeah, I don't know if you noticed this. It's, I guess, right. So in the last 20 minutes, 20 minutes, I was watching. It was predominantly all down the left. Yeah, that was your main way, was down the left. And when one player had the ball and say 2-3 men are going to try and close him down and he wants to put a cross in, at other club at City, what I noticed there usually is other players won't just be, standing on the byline waiting for him to pass. They'll be shouting for the ball, or they'll be moving towards the ball, giving an outlet. Whereas it seemed like no one wanted the ball. No one wanted it. It was like, and it did all. Why would Cole Palmer did he end up playing out left as well?
Yeah, he went left for a little bit, then he kind of just alternated. Him and Raheem. Now, it wasn't for long, man. It was literally for like a second, right, and then they switched it back.
But it just seemed like once you'd gone 1-0 down, your head's dropped massively.
Because they're full of kids, Daps. And you've got no one to take responsibility. And we've been warning them.
And that's where I felt for Cole Palmer, because it all of a sudden became like, this is on Cole Palmer or Gallagher to basically step up.
Daps, let me read you something, yeah? Let me read you something. Cole Palmer registered more chance creations and registered more successful attacking third passes than any other player, bro, for Chelsea or Brentford, right? And he was on the losing side. You know what I'm saying? So he done his job yesterday. He done his job,
game though, because there was a moment yesterday where Jackson didn't make a move from him, and Cole Palmer got the ball sort of in the half spaces, and Jackson just stood still. And then,
that's what I was seeing a few times. Yeah,
and Palmer was moaning and saying, like, look, move, spin off. He was doing angles, like even moving his arms, like spin, like what Haaland would do, just spin off, make space. Because what you can do, Jackson, if you're making runs, it doesn't matter about you getting the ball. You're making space for other people. And that's what it is. It's like he's only thinking of making runs.
The best bro, there was even one pass. There was even one pass.
And the bad thing is, as much as Palmer's been like only just a starter at Chelsea, the fact that he has come through that successful City system, the fact that he's come off the bench or played in the Super Cup and played with these players, he's played with high IQ ballers.
And do you know what? Let's be real. Do you know one of the best people as an example? I was going to use initially the Bellingham run for the Rashford goal for England, where Bellingham's run dragged 2 players that were blocking Rashford from having a goal. Bellingham made the run. But the other one, and this is where people need to give Gabriel Jesus more credit, because that is exactly what he does, yeah? Some of the runs he does, I've always said it. He causes chaos because defenders have to go with him, right? And then it leaves space for others. And that is exactly what I was noticing. Now, I'm not going to act like I didn't watch the first half. I was dropping my daughter somewhere. But the second half, once Chelsea went 1-0 down, for me, it was a noticeable difference that the heads went down, the movement stopped, and it was kind of then it was almost like they wanted individual, like Cole Palmer or Gallagher to change the game and even when I know you were a fan of Maatsen when he came on, again, it's
poor.
like
He was poor.
Yeah, but that's probably because they're young.
Wrong position,
and this is a problem. And you know what? I'll actually say that's probably where you needed Enzo. Like, being real, you probably that's where the maturity. Although he's still young, the maturity of him to come on and
this is where like this is what I'm saying. Like, this is why injuries do get annoying at times, you know what I'm saying? Because games like yesterday, Gallagher don't work against a low block, bro, because he's not going to create nothing. He's not going to create.
Got Excel bully off the ball, Gallagher.
But don't
Excel bully off the ball, Gallagher. Let me just.
Hey, that was perfect. See what I said?
No, you don't
see what I said?
He gave me a call a minute ago and said there's a Gallagher clip there for you.
See what I said about that? Off the ball is an XL bully, but on the ball, he's not no bully, innit? Like, you're not gonna get much creativity with Gallagher. You're not gonna get much of Gallagher in a game like this. Like, in a pivot, you know, it's not really getting pressed, doing anything.
He needs space to run into in transition, that type of thing.
Yeah. It's not the game for him, innit? So look,
but Don, no offense, right? I'm gonna let you land. This is why, right? And I'll get after you land, I'll get Kunle in. This is why I question Gallagher. Even though people call him Galladog and this and that, we doing pre-records. And I said if Chelsea want to go to the next level, right? Gallagher's not going to be a starter in that football team. I'll be real with you, Don. If you want to go to the next level and you want to be challenging for stuff in the future, Enzo and Caicedo, cool, they'll be there locked in. You got Lavia, who's going to be a definitely squad depth who can start some games. But Nkunku's going to come straight back in, and you'll probably get another midfielder, or Cole Palmer will actually be the other one that can play as the third round midfielder. I'm sorry, but Gallagher, yes, you're filling the void and you're working hard and you're doing this Jesse Lingard stuff, but you're not quality on the ball. And when it gets to the time when Pochettino wants to play his proper football and you guys are competing, he's going to fall short. So this Gallagher hype, I'm sorry, I'm not buying it.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Like, I've given him props for improving on the ball this year. Because last year
I'll come to you after.
Bro, last year he was terrible on the ball. Everyone knows Gallagher off the ball. Yeah, is one of the best in the league. Do you know what I'm saying? One of the best in the league, like, hands down. And I've given him his props, but end of the day, there's levels to this. You know what I'm saying? And his level on the ball is not as good as like a Lavia, like an Nkunku or Cole Palmer. So yeah, you're right, man. When these guys start to come back, naturally he's gonna have to drop out, man. He's gonna have to drop out. You know what I'm saying? But he could definitely be a good squad player. Certain games, if you need to press teams off the park, if they're trying to press you now and trying to beat you, when you're trying to do a little bit of a low block, he can help in situations like that. Do you know what I'm saying? But overall, bro, you're right, man. We're not gonna get to the level that we need to with someone like Gallagher in our 11. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not blaming him.
Yes, Chelsea, by the way, I'm going to say, before we get on to, I'm not blaming him.
Exactly. This is what people do. Like, when you criticize him, they say, "Oh, you're scapegoating Gallagher."
He's the best midfielder this season.
That's not the point, bro. Like, there's levels to this. Do you know what I mean? There's levels. So I'm excited, man, to have guys like Lavia and Nkunku back, because our team will improve. Look at our bench yesterday, bro. Like, we're still missing players. That's the reason why we had to bring in our Washington, because we're missing players. I'm not saying that's an excuse, but that's the situation. You know what I'm saying? We should have still beaten them with the 11.
Where do you feel that Lavia will play then?
Oh, bro, he'll probably play. If we was to play him, it'll be a 4-3-3. He'll play as the deepest man, and then you've got Caicedo and
so only, but then again,
creativity.
That goes creativity. If you're saying Lavia's not going to change nothing.
Yeah, bro, Lavia making passes between the lines is actually underrated. If you watched him last season,
what? Because the movement wasn't there. But the movement.
I love how he swerved the question.
I didn't swerve the question, but I'm saying people.
He said Lavia's not going to change anything. Explain to us how he will.
But we're not struggling to create right now, though. So I don't understand what point you're making. We're not struggling to create right now.
So he won't change anything. So Lavia won't change anything.
Exactly.
Lavia add a different dynamic to our team in possession, bro. That's the main thing. Yeah, and we're obviously still gonna have Cole Palmer in his team creating as well. Even if we do bring in a Lavia in the team, we could still play 4-2-3-1 with a Lavia.
Do you know what? I'll be real. I saw Reece. I think Reece James is very important. Always will be. Yeah, and when he came on. I think he did, at very least, I remember him creating one opportunity.
He did.
Who else have you got in? Yeah, he did. And Nkunku, 100%. When he comes in, who else are you missing at the moment?
Chilwell's out.
So Nkunku, listen, don't talk about that. Nkunku, you have obviously Lavia. You've got Carney's missing as well. He's been good this season.
Yeah.
Who else have you got? You've got
Lavia.
He's played
Lavia.
a good
Mudryk was
game.
missing.
I don't know about being good this season, but he's played a good game.
So I'm just trying to think of the ones that are going to impact what.
Against West Ham.
But what Brozier? Do you not think
Brozier's injured as well?
Again?
Oh, injured again.
Swear down,
bro. He was. I don't think he was even on the bench. His fitness.
Wow,
man. His fitness is all over the place.
You know what? That type of game yesterday against a physical Ethan Pinnock.
Yeah.
That's where you probably wanted a Brozier crossing in the box. It would have given you
the reason why I was
asking, we get a special
he's better in the box. He's better in the box than Jackson.
Pinnock is a little defender, you know.
Bro, Pinnock was balling against us as well. Yeah, big up him as well.
The reason why I asked the question is I'm trying to work out who you've got that's going to come in and change things. Like, as far as Brozier you're missing, Mudryk and Nkunku.
Nkunku's the main one I'm looking at.
Yeah, he's the main one.
Nkunku's the main one I'm looking at because we're creating chances right now. It's not like we're playing diabolical football. Like, we are creating chances and we're playing well in large parts of the game. But again, we're not.
Does your pre-season give you hope, Don? Like, because you know Nkunku and Jackson did link up in pre-season. Does that give you, like, in the back of your mind, does that give you a bit of hope?
Relying on that. What do you mean a bit of hope, Ty? That's his B-roll. That's the only reason he comes on streams with confidence because of pre-season.
Ty, when I spoke to you about obviously remember that stream that we done when I made the prediction, and I spoke about January as well and who we should be going out to go and get. Don't think Todd Bowley and Igbali are watching this happy, bro. They know what needs to be done. And we're definitely going to move aggressive in January. That's another thing as well.
You're going to move aggressive again?
Of course we're going to move aggressive again. Of course we're going to move aggressive again. There's no way. There's no way.
I love the way you're owning it.
It's facts, bro. It's facts. We're going to move aggressive again in January. And we're going to make sure that we get a striker. Whether that's Tony or even Osimhen, I think they're going to try. And they're going to make sure they get that done. Because these guys they don't mess about when it comes to these sort of things, innit? But again, in the meantime, we're going to have to keep playing Jackson. We're going to have to keep playing Brozier. We're going to have to keep playing Nkunku when he comes back.
We can't play
that's
Brozier.
all we can do. When he comes back, that's all we can do for now. And then hope in January that we go out and blow everyone out the water and go get Tony, for example. You know what I'm saying? We'll definitely go ham. We'll definitely go ham in January.
And lights quickly. Because there's quite a few there. Big up, guys. Super chats in, guys. Make sure you are running up the likes as well. Nearly 1,000
likes a bit low, people.
Guys, I know it was like 200 and 400. Now it's like 850 in it. So, guys, please make sure you run the likes. Obviously, if you're here from the normal 12 o'clock show, we just started a bit earlier because the football kicks off at 1 o'clock today. Don't forget. But please like the video, subscribe, and check out One Touch Tunnel TV as well. And that down below, please. Obviously, Kunle will be on there doing a bit of watching
match reactions tonight.
Match reactions and that. So make sure you go and check out the content with Kunle as well. Big up. Super chats. Love every time. German Chicken Wing says, if Chelsea is putting all their hope on a 19-year-old Cole Palmer, a bench player from City, then it's long for them lot. And obviously at the moment, like we're saying, obviously that's back from earlier, we are saying that Cole Palmer is becoming an England.
He ain't even 19. That's number one.
20, I was going to say, he's not 19.
21. He's 21.
21. Yeah. So,
and he's a good player, so whatever.
No, but I think what I do is look, but I do get the point is valid. I was going to say butcher a word there.
Validity.
The point is thank you, validity. Because that's kind of what I was trying to get to, that, and you know my opinion on Cole Palmer. You know how I think he's actually surprising me at how good he's playing at Chelsea. But the fact that in that second half, it looked like all the hopes were on, ultimately, a 45 million 21-year-old that really hasn't had that much game time at Man City, with the amount that has been spent, is like, this ain't adding up. Like, it's not. And even, I'm sure you agree with that. Like, and then the other one is Gallagher, who came through your academy. It's like...
No, but
some
to be honest,
that money could have been spent wiser on attacking players. I just feel.
And that's exactly why I think that's why I've got the belief that they're going to try rectify that mistake.
Yeah, maybe
in January. In January, they're definitely going to rectify that mistake, man. Because it's.
I hear it done, but they shouldn't have to rectify everything a billion later. To be honest, like, and there's nothing wrong with relying on young players to carry your team, because we've done it. We've had Saka carry us previous seasons before, but the difference was, he wasn't carrying us after spending £1 billion. That's a major difference. So to have the sort of pressure on Cole Palmer at this stage of his career after that amount of money being spent is crazy. And the reason why me and Don sometimes clashes because every single week it's all about ifs and hope. We do this and if that happened today and if that happened, that's all your delivery is about. If. And that's what we've been trying to tell you since the start of the season. There's too many unanswered questions within that Chelsea camp and squad, which is why it's hard for opposition fans to see Chelsea creeping into the top 4 because there's too many things that are unanswered. You're resting a lot of your hope on hopefully getting the right striker in January that hopefully works when no strikers have worked at Chelsea for the last 5 years, and hopefully Nkuku hits the ground running, which we don't know yet because he's not played a competitive game for you. There's so much hope. Hopefully Poch gets it right. Hopefully these young players mature enough to be able to come back from 1-0 down. It's so much hope and cope
it's really
and
not.
buts, bro.
Yeah, but Kunle, that's where I've got to disagree with you though, because it's really not. Because what I said at the beginning when we weren't creating clear-cut chances, yeah, is bring Palmer into the team and you're gonna see a big difference. Yeah, as soon as we brought him in, we didn't lose. We didn't lose a game.
Still 10th in the league,
bro. Let me land my point before you talk about the table. Yeah, we improved how we were playing because we actually got that link between the midfield and the attack. So what I was saying about Palmer coming into this team will create better chances. It worked. But like I've said right now, the players need to continue taking responsibility. So everything that you're saying, I've literally been saying the exact same thing about us in front of goal. We need to. At the end of the day, they're gonna go.
Sorry, can I just chime there? They're 11th. They're not 10th. They're 11th.
Sorry.
They're 11th. It's okay.
Do you know what?
Even with better chances, you're in 11th. So I don't know what we're supposed to. So sorry.
Give me 1 sec to run these. Favre says, big up Favre. I know he goes to every game as well. I'm dying for someone on the bench that can make an impact on the game. Unfortunately, we haven't got insurance in the bench. And obviously, as we're discussing, big up for the super chat. He said, what the hell did Chelsea spend their billion on? Which obviously you can see we've been touching on the show talking about that. So big up for the super chats as well, guys. It really does help. And make sure you like the video as well.
Before we move on from this game, can I just say one thing as well that I think, I don't know if you, Don, did you go to the game yesterday?
No, I'm glad I didn't.
Okay. So
I could have.
when it ended, the way all your players and like Poch, there was a moment where the camera went on Poch. It was on him for about 15, 20 seconds. And he was just stood there staring, just looking into and then the camera started going on all the players one by one. And listen, as professional footballers, in fact, anyone, we don't like losing, but your players looked like they just basically lost the title race last day of the season. Like it was so deflated, and it felt a little bit to me, I put this in the group, in fact, that it's so much hope going into that game because you'd had a good run of games, you got the result against Arsenal, and then it was almost like the players' reality hit, and they were just there like, it was literally like they're just, and that's where I think Poch now has to and that's the worrying thing. The fact that Poch stood there just staring, the camera's going on all the players, all the players
find a way to break down low block.
It's one of them things where
they found a way, Ty. They just can't.
This is the thing though. Like, there's only look, I can criticize Poch for certain things that he did in the lineup, but the play we did more than enough in that first half to be at least 2 goals up. We did more than enough, bro.
You didn't, because you didn't score though. That's the issue.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. We created enough chances.
You didn't do more than enough. No, but you didn't do more than enough because you didn't score.
We did. We created good enough chances to score.
But you didn't score, so you didn't do more than enough to be 2 goals up because you didn't score.
You're missing the point. No,
they're missing the goal.
We did enough. They are missing the goal. You're right. But what I'm saying is we created good enough chances, to be at least 2 goals up in that game. So that's not even on Poch. That's on the players, right? In the second half, in terms of the subs and being a little bit proactive, of course, that's on Poch. He struggled to beat that low block in the second half. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what's gonna keep happening. These teams are gonna keep coming to the bridge, knowing that we can't fucking take our chances. Take their little one chance that they get, and then just shut off shot. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
That's what Brentford is so good at, bro.
Forest did that. West Ham did that. Brentford did that. It's been a couple of teams already that have done that to us.
I mean, Brentford could have done it, in the end. But anyway,
now we are going to move on from Chelsea. We're done. You've had your 29 minutes at least, so you're going to get away with it. But next week, by the way, don't forget Tottenham, Chelsea, Monday night. So rivals will talk about that.
I need to see George versus Don. I need George versus Don. That's what I need.
I just put a little bit of seasoning on for next week.
Anyway, where are we going next, Ty? Where are we going next?
Manchester Derby or Arsenal? Do you know what? I'll let you come to
D-Day today.
You have Man City.
Manchester derby. Couldn't let you will get your touch on Arsenal and Nketiah, don't worry. But yeah, man. I don't know if it's true. I'm hearing Casemiro might not be in the squad.
I heard yesterday that it was.
Is that good
50-50.
news or bad news for you?
To be fair, I think it's a big game. I'll still much rather have him in the squad and available for selection or as an option than not. Do you know what I mean? To be fair, quickly just get through this super chat. So Io with another one. Thank you, bro. He says that billion could have gotten you a Camavinga, Schumann, and a Bellingham. How are you coming at us with kids who've only proved they can't finish? You can't necessarily just say they would have got Schumann, Bellingham, and Camavinga. But they wanted to go there, like you know.
No, but as Don tells us, they have a very attractive project at Chelsea, so why not?
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, the truth is, Kunle, no one really probably wants to come to Man United right now, but we've got a big game ahead of us today. Manchester derby, half free kickoff, in case people don't realize that the clock's changing and everything. Had Kunle messaging me at 11:49 in his time. Yo, the stream, where is it? I haven't had no link. I'm like, bro, clocks went back.
Yeah, we're still on normal time over here, man. So
yeah, but what's happened?
He's up some.
United!
I knew he was going to do that, you know. I knew he was going to do that. I fully knew.
He's
that was
today.
shit. Told that.
Having this moment, man. But you know what? It's mad because this is a derby that, like, I'll be real. Like, as much as me and Daps obviously support different teams, of course, I'm going to keep it real in here and just say, you know what? Like, they should be winning the game today, Man City. They're better than us. They're better than us. They need to do their job. If they take their chances and score early, I think they beat us 3-1. They can easily do that. But will Man City take their chances? Will Man City allow us to get the atmosphere going? Will we get a VAR decision? Guys, we've all watched football. We've all seen derbies and what can happen in these football games. I'm not saying that we're going to win, by the way, but I'm just saying that City should be winning on paper. They should be dispatching us. But we're seeing stranger things in football. Don smiling. I feel like you, man, know that, yes, City should be winning, but you guys might be thinking, do you know what? Could United just do us a little favour today? How do Man see it going? Let me go to the guest first, couldn't they?
Do you know what? Yeah, I was talking to Daps about this before the show, man. Like, Spurs versus United, now City versus United has just become a weird fixture for me because in previous years, when we're nowhere near the title challenge, I don't care what City destroy them, 5-6, collect. I don't care. Wahala everywhere. That's what I want to see. But today, it's a weird one. Like, obviously, fuck Man U every time, and I'm very okay with Man U losing today. But if they are to pull off a shot, would I be upset? I'll be annoyed about hearing United fans all over social media for a week, but the bottom line is somebody has taken points off Manchester City. So
Kunle,
be happy.
So basically, what you're saying is this is you today.
United!
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
No, I hear it. No. I could, and this is what I'm saying. I could never celebrate a Manchester
if
United
they score, I guarantee you that's going to be you. You're going to be going, yeah,
look,
oops.
Look, I'm going to be on camera just in case so you guys can see. I don't know what I'm going to do when whoever scores today. So, but
you don't want
check us out on Tunnel.
Trust me, you don't want.
But I don't want United to win either. So I guess a score draw would be the best result. I guess.
Time scratching his neck.
Real talk, like, do you
feeling a battering coming? Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What did you say, Don?
As you're scratching your neck, bro, you're getting ready for a little battery. Man's not looking comfortable.
You know them random long hairs you just get like on your body. I've got one on my neck, like it's just annoying me. What's it called though? Kunle, do you think though, like, and then I'll come to Don first for me and that's how our like Manchester feel saying, but do you think Man United can get a draw today? Do you think being at home, like maybe thinking obviously we got a result last year, a home record last year, is this a day we just might put a performance in? We haven't seen it all year.
Look, hold on.
I'm telling you this.
Clear. That wasn't a performance last year. That was a decision last year.
Yeah. We
still have to go on and get the second goal, but let's not talk about that.
I won't lie to you. If this fixture was last weekend, with the spirit of Bobby Charlton behind you, the atmosphere, everything, I would have said that. But that can't. That's you've already used that tag. You used that for the Champions League game, and you used that the Friar game. So you've used your Bobby Charlton tags. R.I.P. the legend, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Man.
Now, I like if you are to do it, even in prior years where you've been able to get points or results against City, there was players in the team where I could say, do you know what? If he's on it today, or if he's on it today, I think you guys could do something. But there's nothing I can see in your squad this year. I'm not gonna lie. Like you could say Rashford's on his day, but even when he's on his day right now, that means he's just on his day, and the rest of the team are on a different wavelength to him. He's just dribbling and trying to take on everyone.
But is this a type of game that, like with Marcus Rashford, and we're talking about it, like he's an outlet player, Heung-min Son type of thing for us. Obviously, when he's playing on the left, City are gonna have most of the ball. We're gonna have to be quick in transition. I know they've got Kyle Walker; he's been brilliant this season, by the way. But do you think this is the type of the game that can suit Rashford?
What, like the FA Cup final did?
This is the thing, Ty. Like
it's the last 20 minutes,
the way you guys look this season is just so confusing to the eye. Yeah. I don't know what to expect from
what you're gonna see. This is how we
literally. But last weekend we saw a dubious penalty and a cross that turned into a goal, put a team 2-0 up. If that happens to you lot, then you got a chance, bruv. So because anything can happen in football. You protect your lead at home, then you can do it. Play for 90 minutes though. Don't play for 70 like some other.
What do you think? What do you think? Do you think United can cut through City the way it was cutting through Arsenal? Yeah, to actually even get in a position to get.
Wait, did your goals come from you cutting through Arsenal?
Go watch that game and go watch how we got that penalty again. Go watch that penalty again. I'll remind you. It started from Sanchez.
You crossed the ball and Mudryk did a bad header. And
I'll remind you how we got to that stage before.
The header went off target and it hit Saliba. That's all that happened.
Ty, it's trying to give you a little bit of copium, yeah. But end of the day, Kunle, if you go remind yourself how we got that penalty, we built up very well from the back. Man United are not playing like that. They're not cutting through Man City. You know what I'm saying? And City defensively, bro, they've been good. Yeah. This game,
anyone can get a penalty, bro.
Anyone can get a penalty, but I don't see any way Man United win this game. I don't. And if you do, Ty, I promise you, I'll come on here, I'll give you a lot of your props, I'll say I was wrong. But for this game, bro, yeah, like the only way that usually Man United get a result out of these games, yeah, is their players get a moment of brilliance. Do you know what I mean? Like last year, you had to get that silly decision from Bruno. It should have been offside, right? That's how you ended up winning that game. Okay. But this year, if you look at your individuals that you would go to, Rashford, he's not playing well. You know, Bruno, he's not playing well. Højlund, he's good. I rate him. Poor Højlund is at Man United right now, yeah?
Yeah, for real.
But he's not getting the chances.
He's getting prison food service at the moment.
Yes, exactly. He's getting.
You take him at Chelsea, right?
I'll take him at Chelsea, bro.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yesterday, the score would have been a different score if you had him on your team. Yeah,
facts. He's not getting the chances that you need to be creating for someone like him. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it like the only way that United win this game is if they have that individual brilliance from the players that have not been on form. But I'm sorry, these players are not going to get this form all of a sudden against a treble winning side that are basically going to do a 4-peat, right? If things go to plan. I just don't.
Are United ahead of Chelsea? Let me just. Are United ahead of Chelsea?
Let me just ask you a question, Don.
As bad as they are, they're still ahead of mighty Chelsea. That's crazy, bro. Like you see what I'm saying? Cutting through teams for 70 minutes. Bro. Crazy.
Well, that wounded you last week. Really wounded you, innit, Kudley? Really wounded you.
Yeah,
know?
You can't let it go.
I can't wait for the rematch. I can't wait for the Chelsea-Arsenal rematch. But Don, let me ask you a question. And this is not me coming at City at all. Just having a football conversation. City cook normally second half of the season. Last year, they started off a bit slower. This year, they've started off a bit quicker in terms of their results. Look, they're up there. They're not far from Arsenal. Do you think City, obviously, they're not in full flow motion yet, but they're still obviously consistent. You've got Alvarez stepping up big this year. But it wouldn't shock you if Man United were to get a result because City are not City-City-ing yet. Does that make sense? Or am I wrong? Do you think City are City-City-ing?
He's
doing everything he can to try and build up that belief. He's like, someone give me some fucking belief. I need some belief. Please, someone.
Yeah, I can't lie. Ty. No, what it is, I know City. I know City are not the free-flowing City that we've been seeing in it over the years. Like even last season, they turned it up second half of the season. But one thing that City have is balance as an absolute minimum, and they know what the plan is every single game, With United, like I've said a million and one times, it's grenade football. You know, all preseason, I was saying it last year, I wasn't convinced with how you lot are playing, and now you've regressed and you've got even worse, It's grenade launcher.
You can imagine Ten Hag in the dressing room going, we're going to play that grenade football, right? If you get the ball, just get rid of it as quickly as possible.
If you hold the ball longer than 3 seconds, you're on the bench next week.
You've killed me with that one. I can't lie.
So it's like cool. If you lot try to play possession-based football against Man City, you're not going to be able to do that. If you play counter-attacking football, that's your best option, right? The quality, the players that you go to again are not playing well. So I just don't see how this game you're going to do City over. I think City are just going to have too much quality. That's the main difference is right now you're missing quality and you're missing a lot of balance, bro. So I just don't see how United get anything out of this game. And if you do, bro, I'm telling you, I'll be the first one on here saying I was wrong. I got that one wrong.
Because Ty, do you know what it is? Real quick, is that the issue with United is you don't need to be at your best to beat United right now, and that's the main issue here. And even if City are 50% or even 40%, they've still got enough to beat United. I mean, Wolves nearly beat you, and look at them this season. So.
Hold on, Wolves did beat us, though, to be fair. So we can't use Wolves. Do you know
Palace, Brighton, Forest.
Nah, Wolves nearly should have battered
Ty, can
that first game of the season, bro. If they had a striker.
Ty, you said something there, though. When Don said that he just thinks that City will have too much quality, you said, yeah, but they should have, though. Let's deep that answer from you. They should have. Why should we?
No.
Why should?
Yeah, Ty. Why?
Why should Manchester City have more quality than Manchester United? Why?
Oh no, I don't. Sorry. So my answer is misconstrued. I don't mean you should have more quality. I mean you do have more quality. That's how I meant my answer.
Right. Okay. Because ultimately, the amount spent. The size of your club, you should have.
Shit. That's not the answer we wanted, Ty. That's not the answer we wanted, Ty.
We can't be here.
We're spending wrong.
But forget that. I'm being consistent. I need to be consistent, yeah? I've just gone on about how Chelsea has spent so much, and at the moment, let's be real, United at the moment, and this is on Ten Hag, bro. Yeah. He went out and spent, to get Anthony and Mount, he went out and spent what? Nearly 190 million, something like that, yeah? To get a right winger that you already had a better right winger, and to buy a midfielder that you already have, and look, this is probably Bruno props. Oh, that was good knockdown by Ngannou, damn. To go and buy Mount Ngannou.
Oh, you're watching the fight? Oh,
yeah, it was so fun. So yeah, I look at it, and here's where I am with it. I'm here trying to work out how or if United could get anything.
Bro, be confident for once. Say it. You're gonna smoke us, you think?
No, bro. I've done that too many times. I thought
don't play it safe, Daps. Don't play it safe, bro. Go on. Chest out. We want it.
Because
I'm getting there,
because listen, I can do the chest out. I can do the chest out. Ask me, are we going to win the league? The answer will be yes, we're going to win the league, right?
Bro, we're in October. We don't want to hear those answers yet.
That's no problem. We'll leave that to Tottenham at the moment, yeah? But but if I'm looking at this game, yeah, it's one of those ones where I don't want to be overconfident, because I should be overconfident, but when I've been overconfident, it don't end up well.
Let me ask you a question.
What I can say is, if I sit here and look at any outcome, I don't see how United can get anything. But it is a derby.
In the last 10 years, Daps, would you put this in one of your most confident feelings going into a Manchester derby at Old Trafford?
No.
What?
Nah, it isn't.
That's
look, no, bro,
come on,
Don.
Nah, Don, I hear it though,
Don, there is nothing anyone, and here's the thing, there will be City fans now going, oh, you're being negative, whatever, no problem, say what you want, any right, say what you want. All I can tell you is how I feel. That's why I can tell you confidently we're going to win the league. But there's something in me today, probably, and do you know what it probably is? It probably is last season. Yeah, because that derby, I've never been wounded by a derby like last season. Yeah, that derby and that decision, yeah, hurt because of the fact of the decision. Yeah, because it was so dumb, right? And it's ultimately it showed what a loud Old Trafford can do to a referee. Yeah,
you've got to play the game, not the.
We were 1-0 up. What we have to do is no, it hasn't. But here's the thing. The other thing is, when we went into the derby this time, well, not this time last year, the derby at Old Trafford last year, we weren't in good form, right? And United were in good form. So we went in there a little bit more not looking like the free-flowing City, yeah?
You started Cancelo, for God's sake.
The first half, we weren't that. The first half we were okay, but it felt like at the end of at half time, Pep said, right, there we go. Now, boys, let's kick on. We kicked on, we got a goal. And I was thinking, boom, we're going to start looking like we started pinning them back. Then all of a sudden they broke away that decision, and that changed the whole game. Now, if I go into today, we need to be the City we are. We need to, I don't know who's going to start. For me, I want to see Grealish there again, because I think Grealish against United has been very good when he's played in City. But it's just if you look at individual things, I think Doku could have a field day against whether it be on the left or right, and even more so if Grealish gets Delo on a yellow, in the first half, half time, throw Doku on and watch him cook against someone on a yellow. I think Casemiro is this one game where I know Casemiro hasn't been great this season, but I think even if it's just for a half, he'd be good for them because they need to break us down. They can't allow us to play football. That's what he can do. Eriksen, for me, would be better off the bench for them because if he does come on, and even if he does play well and create something in the first half, they're going to have to bring him off by about the 60th minute, and then that means they're going to be holding on. Right, and you don't want to hold on against City.
This is where I agree with you because if we bring in Eriksen from the start, he's our only natural 8 really. Because when you look at it, you've got Casemiro, Amrabat, more 6s. I know Casemiro could do the offensive part, set pieces, get in the box and score goals. I get that. Then you've got Mason Mount, Bruno Fernandes, more final third players, I'd say. Eriksen's the only sort of balanced midfielder who's actually calm on the ball, can do a bit of everything, but we can't start him because he can only last 60 minutes. I feel like Man United's plan needs to be a bit like last year.
Can give you a good 60.
But Kunle, real talk, I think we need to sort of stifle Man City and try and make it, hard for them to score, get to halftime even at 0-0, and then you come out and you're like, right, the game's a game. It's 11v11. If Eriksen can come on and, change the game a little bit for us on the ball, then great. The only thing is, which I will say about Man United, is where Chelsea didn't do this against Arsenal is the difference what we need to do today. Chelsea had little breaks against Arsenal, but they never picked like the right final pass or, Cole Palmer displaced Raya and then he couldn't put it in the back of the net. We're not going to have loads of moments, by the way, where we're going to be in transition.
No, you're not.
So when we do get that opportunity and it's Eriksen or Bruno Fernandes, as we know, with a final ball, they need to make the right decision and pick the right passes because it's not like you're playing someone at home like Bournemouth and you're like, right, in 10 minutes, you're going to get another chance. Man United, every team at home will get a small portion of chances. Sheffield United got a couple of chances against City, even though they lost and played poor. They had 3 or 4 little like 50-50 loose balls or moments. Man United will get moments in this game because it's just Man United playing at home. But if we get 3 or 4, we need to be clinical in their moments.
You have to be. You have to be.
And that is where I need to see what we can do. And having someone like, Højlund up front does give me a bit of hope that if we do get the ball into him and he's running in behind or he's getting through and goal, I do feel like he's got the arrogance to get a shot off and something can happen. But let's be honest, Man United are not that great. And we are hoping.
Here's the thing. I think on Wednesday, on Wednesday, I was very happy with our performance. I thought we were moving the ball more like City moved the ball. The ball was being pinged about quickly and it was 3-1, could have been 4-1. But a lot of players got rested. And this is where, for me, the confidence comes in. John Stones got rested. We know John Stones is starting today,
Yeah.
Bernardo Silva got rested. We know Bernardo Silva is starting today. Phil Foden got rested, which makes me hopeful Phil Foden starts today, because Phil Foden, Manchester United and Liverpool, he gets it, He's a City boy. He turns up against Manchester United. He turns up against Liverpool.
Year he didn't. Was he there?
Oh, he scored a hat-trick. Scored a hat-trick against them last year, bro.
Old Trafford.
No, not Old Trafford.
But that was, I can't even remember. But bro, this is the thing. Predominantly Foden turns up. I can't remember if he even played at Old Trafford.
The year before that, Old Trafford, he bodied us.
Foden predominantly against Manchester United. He gets that game. That game means more to him than it does most City players.
And then you've got Alvarez.
Bro, Stones and Diaz have had some sensational games against Manchester United, Vardiol didn't play at the weekend. So all of a sudden, I'm looking at my back four and I'm thinking, right, Vardiol is there. Diaz is there. John Stones is there. Walker is there, right? Or Ake. I don't think Ake will play, but straight away, that gives me confidence, Rodri is there. Bernardo Silva is there. Right, Alvarez is flying. All of a sudden, I'm starting to get a lot more confident. Haaland, whatever people want to say, Haaland scored 2 goals. The second, sensational with his wrong foot. All of a sudden, and when you saw on Haaland's face, not the penalty, on the penalty, he looked relieved when he scored it. When he scored that second goal, he looked right. I'm back. And I think this is a game where City are going into it thinking this is where we land and we get back to our best. It's at Old Trafford, and the key is, you're right, the key is the first half. We've got we've got to get an early goal. We've got to then push on, get a second, and then basically the crowd are irrelevant because they'll just go quiet as hell.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like we haven't got that mentality to come back from it. Kunya, I'm going to let you come in. Let me just run these super chats. So we only got to do 10 more minutes because obviously the West Ham game kicks off in a sec. 1 second. Don with verbal diarrhea sprinkled with hopium on Chelsea. Big up Shane Bapu for the super chat. Donny LFC says, why would Osimhen sign for Chelsea? That's deluded. You won't even be in Europe anytime soon. You lot have been crap for 3 seasons. Big up Donny for the super chat.
I love the way Liverpool fans actually type like Scousers.
You know what's so funny, yeah? Everyone here can acknowledge that Chelsea play well. Everyone here can acknowledge that Chelsea create chances. But we don't think that a finisher who is looking at a big club in the Premier League won't be interested in our project. Okay, then.
Bro, I don't think you will be, to be fair with you. I don't think Osimhen would be interested in your project.
We'll see about that.
Look, the only way he will be... But let's be honest.
That was what you just said there, Don. You're like going, because he's looking at your style of football. I hear you, yeah? But he's also looking at the fact that you're not in Europe.
Hold on, we're not in Europe, but you think money don't talk as well? Come on, bro. You got to slap some keys on the table.
So do you know what? Just say that. Don't say that he's looking at your style of football and thinking, looking at the money. Say that. Bro, just own it.
No. But if he wanted to look at just the money, he would have gone Saudi, bro. You've got to still sell him a project. But because we're not in Europe right now, we obviously might have to slap him a little bit more money. Is the point that I'm making.
If no one else is in for him, I would say that one of the main reasons why he might consider, it's all dependent on who's in for him. Because if Chelsea are the only team in for him, or Chelsea, bro, my man wants away from Napoli, rightly so, Like, he does not want to stay at that club after shit they've done, rightly so, So if there's no one else in for him, then Chelsea do stand a chance. But I don't know.
Big up Dazzo as well. Don, you look like Casado, brother. Big up Dazzo. And the
Master, how many lookalikes does Don have now, man?
I know. Word. Watching United fans go into this derby is like watching that friend take one for the team and a group of gals. We respect the effort, but you can't help but laugh at the situation. Big up.
Go in super chat.
Favorite one today, man. I can't even lie. But I've never been in a situation taking the one for the team, so luckily I've been all right, to be fair. But
you're not ride or die. You can't rely on you. You can't rely on you to take one for the team.
I'm doing my thing. I don't need to be taking one for the team. I make sure I draw my A suggestion. You know what I'm saying? But guys, make sure
you're not wingman for your brethren now. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I have to be, but. Me and him are going for A classes, man. We're not trying to do the old school register.
We all play at the highest level.
We'll play at the highest level. Yeah.
Every hot group has the anyway. We'll go and
say big up, guys. In regards to the video, please make sure you're liking. There's over 1,000 in here. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Make sure you're checking out the content down below. Tunnel TV as well. They'll be doing stuff on there. I see Saeed in the chat as well. Big up Saeed. Enjoy today.
Saeed.
Big up Saeed.
Before we go into Arsenal and wrap it up, what were you going to say on United or City?
Shoot, man.
It's gone. You're thinking about Gallagher now. Your man.
Yeah, bro. You rattled me with the girl talk, bro.
So basically, what I was going to say is that United have got a massive chance of winning this, and that Ty, you should be ultra confident going into this, bro. Because
let's go predictions on it then, and then we'll go to Arsenal before we wrap up. Then,
I think Haaland's definitely going to score 2 goals today. I don't know what the score is going to be, but Haaland scores 2 goals today. But as you were saying, if Man U can somehow get to halftime 0-0. Then anything's possible in that final 45 minutes for sure. But I just can't see it, man.
Yeah, no, I hear it. I'm going to go... do you know what? I've got 2 scores. Obviously, my Man United one in my head is like saying, we can randomly get a 2-1 surprise. But the truth is, I think 3-1 City.
Let's go with that. Let's go with that time.
Yeah, I'd love to go with that. But I think 3-1 City. If
he's going to score. He's going to score.
It turns up. I think Haaland scores. I think Alvarez
for you, man.
Scores. Oh, for us, man. I think Bruno Fernandes might get a penalty, you know. Yeah, just something crappy like that. I'd love to see us win. By the way, I'm going to put it out there, and I said this on the show yesterday on Soccer Brunch. I know we beat Man City last year at home. I know we beat Liverpool at home after losing to Brighton and Brentford. I know we beat Newcastle in the Carabao Cup final. But with what's gone on this season, and there's not much feel-good factor around Man United this year, I think if we win this game, this is Ten Hag's biggest win for like the club, the mentality of the fans, what the players might believe. Actually, can we get momentum going? That's if, by the way. But the feeling after the 90 minutes, if we manage to get a win today after City have won the treble, in the last season, and we've started off poor, home form's not been great, I think this would be a huge, huge win for Ten Hag and the players. Do I see it happening? No, but I do want to put context. If we do win, it's huge. Don, what's your prediction?
I'm gonna say 2-0 Man City. You know.
Yeah, clean sheet. Solid.
I don't think they're gonna batter you, but yeah, 2-0.
Daps, you don't want to do a score prediction, yeah?
No, definitely not on this one.
You will win, but a score prediction we won't do. Guys, let us know in the comments your score predictions as well. Kunle, I think it's only right to honour Nketiah in the room. So, got you 5 minutes, man. Run away, talk about Arsenal, then we'll wrap it up, bro.
Just know that your defense is in trouble. Nketiah's in the room. Hey, do you know what? That was going off yesterday in the studio.
I saw the videos.
It was going off. And
Championship dross, by the way. Championship dross. Yeah,
they had it running through the speakers and that.
Brother, don't watch what we're doing until you can have a striker that can score the amount of goals my striker scored yesterday.
He found his level.
Man scored more goals than all your strikers, bro.
That's
what you
fine,
saying?
bro. He's found his level, bro. He's found his level. That's calm.
Has Jackson found his level yet?
Clearly not.
Hey, good. I like that. Focus on your firing blanks, bro. My team are shooting shots, and we're not even playing well. Apparently, we got bopped off the park last week, but left with a point. We're not doing much this season. 1-6 still at home. It's nothing to pump your chest about. It was a routine victory, to be honest.
Was it 6 in the end?
Routine, yeah.
No, 5. Sorry, 5.
Sorry.
But it's a routine victory, man. Sheffield United. Look, hey, Don. Like you just went from we know our level, championship, blah blah blah, and then when I say routine, you're like, oh, routine. Like, which one is it, Don? Should we win it or shouldn't we win it? Which one?
Nah, bro, because you battered them, innit? You're talking like you've been battering teams week in, week out.
No, I'm talking about routine against a championship team, like you told me, innit?
Okay,
like,
fair.
Everything I expected to happen yesterday happened. Besides the Nketiah hat trick, by the way, I didn't see that one coming, but I expected Odegaard to get dropped. I expected there to be a little bit of rotation. Yeah, I was a bit upset that Saka started that game, to be honest, because there's clearly something not right with him. Like right now, I would have liked him to get some rest. Maybe he's going to get rest in the midweek, and he definitely should get rest in the midweek game next week.
Guess what, Ty? I'm seeing more Arsenal fans criticizing him now because he didn't get a goal and assist. Now they want to talk about his performances, but when I do the same, it's a problem. Yeah.
You just this main character syndrome that done. It needs to stop, bro. I'm talking about my player and my win yesterday.
I'm talking about Saka.
Talking about your feelings, bro. Anyway,
I'm talking about Saka. Carry on.
I'm annoyed that Ramsdale wasn't in the starting lineup, to be honest, because if Arteta's non-negotiables are what he says they are, that kind of goes against it because the guy's been having stingers, and now we kept a clean sheet and he didn't have anything to do Raya. So everyone was like, oh yeah, he was right not to play Ramsdale and blah blah blah. So that saga is going to go on a little bit longer, which is annoying. I'm disappointed that ESR didn't really take his chance yesterday.
We didn't really impact.
Yeah, he was rubbish in that game for the whole for I think 70 minutes he was on. He didn't really make a claim to like be pushed into the side. But the thing that excites me is that.
Sorry, can I just say on that though? To be fair to Smith Rowe, I've seen that at City. Yeah, that if a player gets so few chances, he can't be thrown in one game irrelevant because there's City players that haven't been given chances. Then Carabao Cup game against. I mean, great example was last season, Carabao Cup game against Southampton. Phillips and Gomez get played and then they don't do much. And then it's like, oh, yeah. But it's like you can't sometimes expect players to come in, play one game and be able to turn up instantly like that. So I think it's a bit, it's valid. It is valid what you're saying, but I think Smith Rowe should get more opportunities.
Yes, more minutes. This is the thing, Daps. And you're right. You are predominantly right, but is he going to get other opportunities? Do you get what I'm saying? It's one of those situations. He might play the
Carabao Cup this week, though. That's 2 games.
Yeah, he probably should. He should start again against West Ham away. But that's the thing. You've got to take your chance in a situation like Arsenal as well. I hear it, but he's in a situation where at a point it looked like obviously Havertz is ahead of him, Vieira's clearly ahead of him, and now he's got a chance to start a game. He's one of those players that just has to make it work. Like, so it was upsetting that I didn't really see him. He was what he always is, like non-existent, man. Doing the absolute bare minimum every single week, bro. And my fan base really annoying me
when he's coming off the bench rather than starting.
Yes, sorry, can I hold on, because I didn't watch the game, right? But so far I'm hearing Smith Rowe didn't do anything, Saka didn't do anything, Havertz didn't do anything. Bro, you won 5-0.
We won 5-0.
So who did? So I'm trying to. I said, this is not slander. Some players must have done something.
No. And this is what before you came in, I was going to say the reason why I'm so encouraged is because even though we still haven't figured out our midfield this season, Rice is just carrying it, bro. He's everywhere, bro.
Yeah, he was good. He was good.
Right, and he's been good every single game he's played in for Arsenal so far. He's week in, week out. He's set at least 7 out of 10. He's shouting at everyone. He's always telling them what to do. This, that. He's like, obviously we lost Xhaka as a leader on the pitch last season, but Rice has come straight in.
Who was captain yesterday?
Saka was captain, which
I would have given.
Yeah.
Rice.
Nah, I think it was too early first season for him to do it. So I understand it. If this was a year on, maybe he would have done it. Who else played well? Our defense was locked up everything yesterday as well. And
Kyrgios coming for Gabriel.
Yeah,
hold on. Smith Rowe got an assist.
He got an assist, but that's literally the only thing he did right in that game. But it was an assist, but he was just missing for the rest. And
to be fair,
big man in Nketiah, bro.
Not Patrick, because I know that. Yeah, I was gonna say the flowers really just should go to Nketiah, because at the end of the day, you know, he's been one of them players that I thought no matter what his time is at Arsenal, this is me personally, I don't think he's good enough to ever be the main man at Arsenal. He'll always be a squad player. I think he's the type that in a couple of years, he'll go to Crystal Palace and be like the main centre forward there, and he'll get some wingers around him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But fair play to Nketiah, because he has to take his chance yesterday, because you've got people saying Trossard could start down the middle. You've got people saying Havertz could have gone down the middle because his impact off the bench. Nketiah had to come in, he got a hat-trick, and it was a great finish for the third goal. Not a poacher's finish like we all recommend, like all know him for. It was actually a great finish outside the box. So big up to him. Obviously, he's got to carry on and keep it going while Jesus is out injured. But the fact that, you know, you got him to step up, and he did step up, is a big 3 points. But we're going to wrap it up there, because obviously Arsenal...
Can I just say something? Yeah, can I just say something on the Arsenal thing? Like I said, I didn't watch the game, but I did see a lot of talk about, you know, Arsenal really weren't that good, Do you know what? Allow it. They just won 5-0. That is
to win 5-1,
literally, bro.
Like, it's the maddest thing when people go, but they really weren't that good. They won 5-0. They rested players, People need to look at what Arsenal are doing at the moment, because it's the same with, listen, if this point of the season, City are not cooking, but are still getting results, I'm more than happy with that, And that's the same with Arsenal, bro. Even more so if you're winning 5-0, for people to then trying to find ways to discredit them. Other people do that. Like we as City fans, we definitely don't need to do that. Like we have to credit them and say, cool, they're keeping up. So
yeah,
bro, we're not cooking and we're winning.
Good. Eddie's finishes were very good. For me, I think I was even more impressed with the first one.
Ooh,
the first one. That touch was nice.
I was like, you ain't got that, Eddie. Where did you learn that from?
The defender kind of just looked at him like, I've given up.
Yeah, killed the ball like that, and then boof. Yeah,
I'm just watching this. Sorry, I'm just watching this fight from last night. This is like, I think, the 9th or 10th round. Ngano's still boxing, nice, you know.
His stamina would be done, but he actually
real talk, bro. That African determination, brother.
He's boxing as well. He's fully boxing. Like this is not
like a madman.
Bro. This is like, you know, when you've seen like McGregor and people like that, box, and you're like, by the 4th round, there's no longer boxing. They're just
hugging, leaning on each other on the ropes.
And Ngannou is looking prime. Like
he done it right.
37 as well, man.
Yeah, mad. It's mad. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up here. Guys, make sure you do 2 things for me. Make sure you like this video right now. There's 900 of you in here. If you just cross off your live chat, hit the thumbs up. It helps us reach audiences around the world. And we'll be back tonight at 10 o'clock with the members panel show, where we'll have some panel guests on talking football. Daps,
and we will. Yeah, well, I will be there no matter what. Ty, will you be there?
I won't be tonight. Back to the 6 a.m.s, man. Yeah. I wish I could be, but guys, Cass will definitely be there as well. Even if we win, I might just lurk in the background.
Cass will be there. Cass will be there.
Cass will be there. And subscribe to Tunnel TV as well. Don's got his channel launching soon, so we will definitely be plugging that once that's out there as well. And then
hella redirects.
Yeah, redirect, man, definitely. But guys, big up. We will catch you on the other side.